Hello everybody. Welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. As always, a free way to support the channel is by leaving a like, by leaving a comment, by leaving multiple comments if you so choose to do so, or by subscribing if you are new here. Please understand that everything that I say is not investment advice. It is simply my own opinion on a topic that I'm bringing to you so that you have something extra to think about. Today's video is going to be a continuation of the series that I'm doing about artists. This one is going to be about Shepard Fairey, and that if you decide to get into the art market, I think you should look into or buy Shepard Fairey. For those of you who do not know Shepard Fairey, he is incredibly popular. He is seen as a mid-tier blue chip artist, blue chip being once again, the top of the top. Usually blue tier. Blue chip is reserved for the likes of Banksy, Damien Hirst, Jeff Koons, that is K-O-O-N-S for Jeff Koons. However, Shepard Fairey has been around for a very, very long time. He's usually spoken about in the same sentence as other street artists. You typically hear him not compared to, but as they do know each other, him and Banksy. The idea when you are looking for an artist to actually invest into, you want to know that they are very well known. I mentioned this before in another video. If you decide to buy other art that you like because it is absolutely beautiful, that's cool and amazing. However, if you happen to be in it for an actual investment, make sure that they have a very well-known track record the same exact way that Shepard Fairey does. He has been around since I think the end of the 90s when a lot of his art began to slowly pop up. People began to see his art around cities and stuff like that, and it's because of this consistent, clear, repetitive thing that he puts into his art. He always puts Andre the Giant's face. You've seen him all over the place in a lot of things, and even in his newer things, he'll have him dead center in the art as well, so you can always recognize that it's actually Shepard Fairey. He has, another reason why I think he's very good to be able to get into the art market is he has consistent, consecutive, weekly, accessible art releases on his website. I think it's Obey something with the actual website. You can find it online. The idea that there are many other artists who are quite big, but they make sure that they are inaccessible to the average everyday person. Shepard Fairey has made sure that he's even mentioned it before. He gets a lot of, the word isn't hate for who he is, but I think people are not understanding exactly his message when he actually is making his art. His idea is that he wants to make sure that weekly you are able to actually buy his stuff. You don't have to simply spend millions of dollars at an auction to be able to acquire his pieces, and this is why his releases are weekly. He has a huge range of things that he's created, not only prints, but also posters. He also does he actually will spray sometimes on a gigantic metal sheet. He's done street signs, he's done spray cans, he's had little figurines and stuff as well. So he's very easily accessible as far as being able to buy a piece from Shepard Fairey. Even he has on his website, normally the normal prints that will get released on his website tend to have an edition of 250, 300, or 400, sometimes 550 pieces in general. After those 550 have sold out, there will never be any more made. They're signed and numbered. However, he also has on his website what he calls open editions, which are basically gigantic posters, 24 by 36 inches. They're huge, and he signs them at the bottom. If you look around, the information that I found over the years after having collected Shepard Fairey is that even the open editions have an edition number, if you will, but it's never written anywhere, and it's usually, so I've read, that 2,000 of them get printed and signed, and after those 2,000, you'll notice on the website, they'll disappear, and then they're replaced with a brand new piece of art that is also open edition as well. One of the main things when you are looking for an artist or an artist to be able to invest into is the actual yearly appreciation. If you look at typically, when Shepard Fairey will release something, any piece of art, they typically start at around $45, $55, maybe $65, depending on the actual edition number. If you happen to go to eBay, I would not recommend you buying on eBay, as these are prints. Let's be realistic, and they can be printed by someone else, but that's another discussion for another time. You can usually see what was purchased for 45 is usually reselling already for around 200, 210. So it's usually an instantaneous kind of profit. If you look at websites such as Espresso Beans, EXPRESSOBEANS, the website, and find Shepard Fairey on there, they have price graphs, and you'll be able to see that his pieces have consistently gone from this amount to 4, 5, 10x just over the course of a 5-year period, which also happens for his open editions as well. And this is why I think if you are looking to get into the art market, he's incredibly accessible. He has a consistent growth over the course of a 10, 15-year period. There's very... Usually when you're looking for an artist, you want to make sure that they have this consistency, because a lot of artists can release stuff for 1, 2, or 3 years, and then the price ends up collapsing. Shepard Fairey has been around for so long that it's no longer just normal people who are collecting his stuff, it's also mega artists. So the prints will be accessible to you. The larger paintings that may go for 6 figures tend to go to the larger investors, but you kind of get the idea. Like, his price appreciation is completely on point. You want to look that after a 5-year period, has this artist consistently done well? Covered that other point, and I wish I could read my own writing. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, I write these things, and sometimes I can't be the only one. Like, the text is like this, and I have no idea what I'm actually even trying to read. Affordability, ease of entrance, I definitely went over that. I think he's one of the best in the market for that actual thing. Yeah, I think I actually went over everything. I had a whole bunch of different points, and I went over all of them. I will try to remember. I'm sorry if I can't. I do have a lot of other things going on. To remember to actually post some links in the description below so you can see the actual price movements that I've been talking about. Shepard Fairey is by far, when you talk about like actual mid-tier, upper-tier blue chip artists who actually have made their work accessible. Daniel Arsham makes incredible work. However, the price points tend to be a bit restrictive when people are getting into it. Jeff Koons is, I mean, world-renowned for how just expensive his art is. He'll release a statue, and it starts at $10,000. I think he had one of like a gigantic purple Venus monster lady thing that was laying down. I think it started at $35,000. So same exact thing with Damien Hirst. His start in the thousands, and he's also not creating as frequently or is not as prolific as Shepard Fairey is. One of my favorite artists. I have tons of his pieces. I will continue to buy him for a very long time. Everything that I have purchased from him has appreciated greatly, amazingly. Not sure what word to really throw in there. Yeah. If you have any questions, if you feel like I missed anything, if there's something that I should also talk about or discuss again in another video, please tell me in the comment section. I do read them, and I will make another video to help you understand a little bit better exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope that you all have had a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, and supporting, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.